watching E&L TV, and my name is Angel Starr. Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, E&L stands for Entertainment and Lifestyles, and that's what we bring you here in San Diego. We are here at our beautiful host location, Vassuer Day Spa, located on Bankers Hill in downtown San Diego. Here at Vassuer Day Spa, they offer everything from Botox to facials and everything in between, and they combine the best that nature has to offer with leading scientific discoveries. Melanie Vassuer is the spa's founder and also a San Diego native. She has over 30 years of experience as a cosmetic chemist, esthetician, nutritionist, and leading skincare expert. She has created her own natural skincare line that has healed her acne-ridden skin and has helped thousands of others as well. So there's a bit of history to bring you up to date on Vassuer Day Spa. And I'm so excited to be able to partake of some of these beauty treatments today. But before I go get a facial, I want to thank you for joining us again on E&L TV. We launched our show last spring where we covered Coronado Island. And then last month we covered the San Diego business side of things where we interviewed a business expert, a legal expert, and a finance expert. Next we go to Platt, a local multimedia arts school.
Platt College has been a media arts college, privately owned since 1980 in San Diego. Our areas of specialization are graphic design, web design, video production, 3D, and animation. We are very proud of the technical skills and the creativity we nurture here. The majority of our students move on to successful careers in those areas.
Platt is really unique in the fact that it has really small class sizes, and I think that really plays to the advantage of students learning complex software. They really get the one-on-one attention that they deserve. There's 2 instructors in a class of 10 students. At Platt, you don't feel like a number here. Everyone knows each other. So even if you're not in the same department, if you're in the video department, animation department, web, it doesn't really matter. Everyone knows each other, everyone gets along, and you can collaborate on projects even outside of class.
I did a lot of research. I'm actually from the East Coast, and I studied about 150 schools, and Platt College is actually considered a number 3 in the underground circuit, only because the number 1 and number 2 both went to San Francisco, and they're the starters of Pixar, and number 3 came from here.
Platt College offers an intensive curriculum in which our students can matriculate towards degrees but can be marketable during the education process. Many of our students engage in corporate internships, gaining valuable experience while still in school.
I love working in the video department. Main reason I think is because of the students that I get to work with. They want to learn with you. One guy's great at editing, another guy's great at color, another's great at Pro Tools. By the time you're done with that class, you are going to be great at editing, you are going to be great at color, and you are going to be great at Pro Tools.
We have very good products here that it's really easy to catch on. I had nothing, I honestly no knowledge of Apple, of InDesign, Photoshop, and I caught on everything in about a week with the amount of help that I've had here.
Marquetta has been the dean of Platt College for the last 5 years, and anyone who attends Platt College can attest to her involvement with every student. I believe she knows every one of our 350 students by name personally.
We sent abroad about 130 people in the last 4 years. It's called Short Study Abroad. So we go for about 2 weeks. We went to Japan, Spain, Italy, Greece. We are going to China.
Well, one great thing about Platt is they do have a lot of extracurricular activities. We go to a different foreign country every year. I actually went on the Japan trip a couple years ago, which was a life-altering event.
Life invites us to create, to care, and to enjoy. There is nothing we can do alone. Only together we can become complete. And it feels good when at one time and one place people find the same vibes.
And this month we're going to be meeting again with a legal expert, a financial expert, and we're going to be interviewing an up-and-coming band called The Riders. They recently opened for Chris Isaak down at Humphreys by the Bay. The San Diego Entertainer magazine launched 30 years ago and now runs online at sdentertainer.com. We are the originators of the San Diego's Best Of contest and hosted that award ceremony for years. My favorite category of them all is the Best Of Karaoke Spot in San Diego. I think Rookies in Oceanside placed on that one. Check us out online if you need ideas for your weekend plans. We publish a weekend article that covers fun things to do in San Diego Thursday through Sunday, and we'll keep you up to date with celebrity buzz with our entertainer quickies and signature celebrity interviews. Food and fun. San Diego's E&L magazine and TV show is back as your source for everything San Diego. I'm especially excited to be a part of this program today here at Vassuer Day Spa because I get to enjoy some of the beauty treatments that they offer. But before I go get my facial, I want to introduce our next segment, which is Steve Sexton. He's the president of the Sexton Advisory Group. He serves Southern California as a personal CFO for his clients. And he's going to be talking to us about two things today, giving us financial tips. One being how to invest in these turbulent financial times, and number two, how to best manage our 401k plans. As many of you know, Steve has been providing sound financial services to Southern California residents for over 15 years and is in the top 1% of money managers in the entire country. Steve is a leading media contributor, not just on E&L TV and the Entertainer magazine, but also on Channel 6's San Diego Living Show. A topic that is very important in this day and age is knowing how to develop a strong financial plan. So we've welcomed back Steve Sexton, president of the Sexton Advisory Group, to share with us today. Now, Steve has been a regular contributor on our show, E&L TV, and in our Entertainer magazine, and he'll continue to do so. Steve specializes in finding clients' money that's falling through the cracks. Steve, thank you again so much for joining us again today on our show. Welcome back from last month.
Thank you.
And I understand you're going to give us some key financial advice today.
That's right. In fact, the two topics today, we're going to talk about risk comfort level and 401ks. Now, right now, people are really concerned about the debt crisis, the bank stress tests overseas, and how it affects the United States, as well as our own debt limits over here. Now, if people are concerned, it might be a real good time to take a look at how much risk they have. Couple of questions they should be asking themselves. If they're in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, and they're comfortable with the risk they have, they could be comfortable because they have time to make it up and put more money into it. But if you're getting to the point where you're 5 or 6 years from retirement, can you afford to lose 30 or 40% like we saw in 2007 and 8 and still meet your retirement goals? So it's important to take a look at risk comfort level to see how it affects your personal situation.
Sure.
The next thing is, this is the summer months. People come off the summer and say, hey, you know what, work's overrated, so I want to retire. They'll just flip their 401k over to a broker and they'll think everything's great. But you know what, sometimes it's not, and you know what, they can also have a lot of money fall through the cracks. Now, for example, in a lot of 401ks, companies issue stock. They might issue it at $10 a share, and when somebody rolls over the 401k, it's worth $14. Now, if they just roll it over, they're going to be paying taxes on all the money they take out, and then they're going to have to pay taxes on those required minimum distributions. Now, if they have company stock inside that 401k, they can utilize a rule called net unrealized capital gain. That means they'll pay the difference of $10 a share and $14 a share on a capital gains basis, and they take that all out. They have to do it when they're 59 and a half or when they leave the company. If that stock was worth $500,000, there would be $200,000 that they'd be paying capital gains on. That's only 15%, so they'd only pay $30,000.
Okay.
And then they have $470,000 that doesn't have any tax basis to it. It saves them a lot of money.
Steve, that's very interesting. I'm so glad that we have you to advise us during these turbulent financial times.
Thank you.
And I understand that you've been busy as well, not only educating thousands through print and TV, but also through the free workshops that you host. And recently, Steve, I understand you did a charity event with Hospice of the Valleys. And would you tell us now about this unique concept that you've coined regarding money falling through the cracks that you tell people about at these charity events?
The Hospice of the Valley event was designed to educate employees, some donors, some people that wanted to get involved with Hospice of the Valleys, and we provided that financial education and talked to people about where money would be falling through the cracks. And then afterwards, we had a little raffle. We raffled off some wine, some tickets to future Hospice of the Valleys events. As well as that, we had some wine tasting at the Faulkner Winery. And it was just a wonderful time with a wonderful group of people. The people at Hospice of the Valley, they give from the heart because they're always helping people in that really tough time, especially in that bereavement process, to help people take control of something that's very hard to take control when you watch a loved one walk out on life.
I'd like to thank Steve Sexton from the Financial Knowledge Institute for partnering with Hospice of the Valleys tonight and choosing us as your charity of choice. Thank you, Steve.
And so you actually go into the homes of these patients, and you don't have a center they come to, is that correct?
That's right. We go to the home wherever the patient lives. It could be their personal home, it could be a facility, it could be a board and care.
And Steve, what are you going to be speaking about tonight?
Well, we're going to help people understand where money might be falling through the cracks with their investments, their taxes, their income plans, their estate plans. And you know what? If we can help them find some money, maybe they'll consider giving some to charity.
Wonderful. Steve, how did this charity event come about?
Well, Gina, our program director, has spoken to many people in the network that told us about Hospice of the Valleys. And once I heard about the wonderful things they do for all the people who are going through the ending stages of life, and the fact that they help out people who might be underinsured or no insurance at all, especially with all of life's challenges and changes, they do so very, very much. We just couldn't say no to helping them out.
And these clients are actually giving back to charity, a lot of them are.
Oh yeah, we leave it up to them what they'd like to give. We've had some people that we've saved them $30,000 a year, and that's $300,000 over 10 years, and they've given a couple $1,000s to charity. The cool thing is the charities win.
Steve, what a worthwhile event that was, and it was really fun as well. I really enjoyed myself. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of that.
Oh, no problem. It's great.
What's next on your calendar?
Angel in August, it's a busy month for us. So I've got a number of private events that I'm already contracted to be the speaker, so there's really not a lot of public events in August. Now, in September, we're going to be in Carlsbad. It's a public event, it's a public workshop, so people need to go to SD Entertainer. The dates are September 8th and 13th. Okay. They can find out what we're going to be talking about. If they're interested in going, they can get connected through there, or they can call our office.
Wonderful. So viewers, make sure to go to sdentertainer.com, which is our magazine's website, to keep track of Steve, his schedule, and also to read his archived Money Minute segments. And then also, if you'd like to schedule your own free consultation with him to find money that's falling through the cracks, or to sign up for one of his free workshops, you can do that with the information at the bottom of the screen. Steve, thank you so much. We'll see you again next month.
Sounds good.
So Kim, thank you for allowing us to be here today. Tell us a little bit about the story behind Melanie Vassuer and how she started this awesome natural skincare line.
Well, the skincare line has been around for a little over 27 years. Melanie actually battled with acne as a young adult, and then after developing acne yet again as an adult in her 20s, she decided to utilize her own knowledge in nutrition, the fact that she's a medical esthetician and her cosmetic chemist, to actually create this line, which is all natural, freshly made, and paraben-free.
So she actually, in a lab of sorts, creates her own product.
Yes, she does.
Here in San Diego. So it's fresh off the shelf. Fresh for your face, because I know she says a lot about skin being a living and breathing organism that you need to take care of. Is that correct?
Definitely. She always talks about the skin being the largest organism in the body and how it's alive and breathing, and it needs an all-natural, fresh product to kind of penetrate a little deeper in it and to have a better result.
And how often does she recommend getting a facial?
Depending on your skin type and your different issues, we recommend once a month, but some people that have some issues with acne or need to be cleared up, that can sometimes range from 1 to 2 times.
And she works with men and women, young and old.
Young and old, men and women, everybody.
Yeah. She does a great job. I've seen men and women walk out of this place looking amazing. And I understand her specialty is in 2 fields, particularly anti-aging treatments and acne treatments.
Yes, it is.
Thank you so much for allowing us to be here. And
Thank you.
Next, we're going to go upstairs and I get to partake of a facial. Every day our skin is being exposed to dirt, grime, and pollution, which gets lodged deep into our pores. A facial will deeply clean out those pores and leave us with clean and glowing skin. A typical Vassuer facial includes 3 products: ALA cream, Day 25, and IQ gel. Now, ALA cream helps reduce inflammation and redness while reducing wrinkles and scarring. Day 25 was recently mentioned in the Us magazine as being one of Bachelorette Allie's favorite things. Now, Day 25 provides sun protection, hydrates your skin, it's infused with antioxidants, and it contains a signature natural papaya enzyme that fights free radicals and gives it its trademark papaya smell. IQ Gel is a lightweight eye treatment gel that instantly tightens and brightens the eyes, like a topical Botox. Kimmy, great job on this facial. And next we go to Kim for a massage. Getting a regular massage doesn't just make you feel good. It's actually proven to boost your immune system, reduce your stress hormone production, and make you a happier person all around. Wow, Kim does an amazing massage. Thank you, Kim. And while I'm getting ready for my next beauty treatment, which is going to be an airbrush spray tan, I'm going to let you go and meet with Michael Walters. He's one of California's leading attorneys who specializes in estate planning, wills, and trusts. Enjoy. We're here today in Rancho Bernardo with Michael Walters of Walters & Ward. Now he has over 24, actually 25 now, offices in Southern California and Northern California, and we're honored to be with you, a leading estate planning attorney here in California.
Well, thank you, Angel. You're very kind.
Yes, and I understand you've been doing this practice for over 30 years, and you've grown from one office in Poway in the 70s to now 25 offices all over California.
I've been doing this for 39 years.
39?
Yeah.
Wow. And they call you Trust Professor. You've been deemed that?
A lot of people call me that because, you know, I spend my life teaching people about wills and trusts. I do 4 workshops a week, every week, between San Francisco and San Diego. And that's teaching people about wills and trusts. So a lot of people call me the Trust Professor.
Yeah, well, that fits you well. And how did you decide to specialize in estate planning?
Well, I've always done it. I mean, from the very beginning, my first office on Poway Road, where I could look across the street and see Black Angus cattle grazing, and they had a hitching post and people used it. From day one, I did wills and trusts. I did other things too, but it's what I really love, because you're really helping people.
Yeah.
You're helping families.
Yep.
It's not a zero-sum game. And so I really settled into doing just this.
And I understand that with these free workshops, you've actually spoken to over 40,000 people in just the past 10 and a half years. Is that
That's
correct?
what they tell me, yeah. 40,000 people. Can you believe that?
Wow.
It's amazing.
20,000 clients are in your database. And you've crafted 11,000 trusts for people. Is that correct?
Those numbers are generally about right, yeah. Okay. It's hard. It keeps changing all the time, of course.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah, so those kind of numbers are about what it is.
Mm-hmm. And then you've also received the AV rating. Will you tell us about what that means?
Well, there's a company called Martindale-Hubbell. They've been in business about 190 years.
Okay.
They used to publish a set of books listing all the attorneys in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
When I was admitted to practice, it was like a shelf, you know. Then today, it's a website, martindalehubbell.com.
Okay.
And they list all the attorneys in the United States. You can look them up by what school they went to, area of practice, geography, eye color, whatever you want. Martindale-Hubbell also rates attorneys. You don't know they're doing it. They just do it.
Okay.
How do they do it? Based on opinion. Whose opinion? Judges you've been in front of, and lawyers you've been across from in court, your opposition.
That's good.
And the highest available rating, less than 5% of lawyers in the United States or firms have this rating, is AV.
Okay.
Ability A, ethics vary. That's the hard one to get, by the way.
Yeah.
And I've been AV rated now for 30 years.
Wow.
My firm for about 25.
So is that the highest rating on the level of ethics and professionalism?
And ability, yeah.
Given by your peers?
Given by your peers.
Wow, that's wonderful. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. And one last question for today. How have you grown your company from one office to 25?
By working at it very, very hard.
I bet.
We do it differently than anyone else. We do free workshops. We teach people about this.
Okay.
And then if they want to do it, we do it for them at a very reasonable price and do a good job. And so then they tell others, and they tell others, and they tell others, and that's how we've grown.
And I understand that you never charge to speak with an attorney, so you encourage this participation.
Yes, I think we're the only firm in the world that never charges to speak to an attorney. We'll never give you a lawyer handshake. Did you ever have a lawyer handshake, Angel?
I haven't.
Let me show you how it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you want to see a picture of my grandkids? Yeah, it's a $400 handshake. Well, we don't do that.
That's a bummer.
So we'll talk to our clients anytime, in person or on the phone, about anything at no charge. It doesn't mean if it's about wills and trusts, we can give them a good answer, but they often have other questions. I had a guy who called me a few weeks ago. He's 78, and he got a drunk driving ticket. He wondered if he needed a lawyer.
Yeah.
He's a lawyer, not me, but I directed him to someone
That's
who
good.
could take care of him and who did. So it's a real blessing to our clients to be able to talk to a lawyer whenever you want and not be charged.
And Michael, I understand that you've been providing expert legal advice on many different media outlets, including KSDO Radio, Lisa Gibbons Show, Channel 6 News. You've also been with us providing expert advice, thank you, on E&L TV and the Entertainer magazine. And we are so excited that you're going to continue to give us such awesome legal advice.
I'm excited about it too.
So thank you. And viewers, if you would like to ask Michael or his team any questions, give him a call at the phone number at the bottom of the screen or check out his website. Also, too, please note that you can be a part of his free workshops. So do give his office a call. Again, he never charges to speak with an attorney. And thank you again for being with us today. We'll see you again next month.
Thank you, H.
Airbrush tanning allows you to get your glow on without the damaging effects of sunbathing. And the results are immediate. You can pick the color from light to dark, and there's no trace of orange.
And this is me after the airbrush spray tan. Jessica did a great job. I hope you can tell the difference because I can. And actually I'll show you this little part of my farmer's tan where you can see before and after what she did. Thank you, Jessica. Please stay with us. Next we go to Humphreys by the Bay where we catch up with their writers. They're a new American rock band. And then we go to the studio and watch them record one of their songs. So stay tuned.
Well, basically we've got the band and we've been doing the band thing for a few years, and Tom and I, just out of logistics and ease, it was easier for us to go out and play the band music with just the two of us. You know, wine bars, even some parties and things like that. We get shows like this, opening for Chris Isaak and opening for America the last 2 years, with the acoustic duo because large acts don't want a large band. Well, basically we've got the band, and we've been doing the band thing for a few years, and Tom and I, just out of logistics, we get shows like this, opening for Chris Isaak and opening for America the last 2 years, with the acoustic duo because large acts don't want a large band. You know, Tom's vocals as a duo, he's rhythm section, so he's taking on the role of drum, bass, singer, and rhythm guitar. So I'm really free. So I prefer this setup. I mean, I love the 5-piece. That's its own thing, but I have short little bursts. 2, 4, 8 bars that are really just set pieces. Where in the acoustic thing, I can do whatever I want every time differently.
And
completely
he does,
different.
as a guitar player and a vocalist at the same time. The only thing I have to mix up here, like as a duo, is my vocals. Like I can kind of accentuate something, and I can like add a little, scat or whatever. But with the full electric, there's that whole other thing. There's another rhythm instrument with the piano, and they got the bass holding everything down with the drums. So I can play around where I want to. Obviously, there are parts to everything, but I get my solos and that kind of thing, which is nice.
I really enjoy playing with Tom. The acoustic thing's great. Yeah, just the writer's music.
TheWritersMusic.com. When all else fails.
Yeah.
There's a town on the edge of a desert with a few motels and a restaurant, filling station with price cash out. Found myself there in a bit of a hot spot. In Kulanga, 200 miles from here. In Kulanga, 200 miles from here. In Kulanga, but I was there. Stop with no idea how to get home across the grapevine. Just a few hours putting me out of mind. in Kulanga, 200 miles from here. In Kulanga, 200 miles from here. When I figure that I'll be there in this headline with no time spare. And he says, son, it'll be alright. Just a little detour on this road of life. Don't take us so fast, so fast. Just take a little round and make it last. In Kulanga. In Kulanga, 200 miles from here. In Kulanga, 200 miles from everywhere. In Kulanga, I see you, see you, see you. Kulanga, I see you, see you, see you. Kulanga, see you, see you, see you. Kulanga, I see you, see you, see you.
Weren't the Riders a great band? I really enjoyed the violinist. And Kim, thank you so much for having us here today. I really enjoyed all the beauty treatments that you guys gave me. You did a wonderful job. And we're here in front of Melanie's skincare product line. How can people watching book an appointment with you or come in and buy some product?
Well, you can actually find us online at VassuerDaySpa.com and book through there, or you can just give us a call.
And thank you for watching. Please tune in again to E&L TV. We'll be on Channel 6 next month, the first Sunday of the month, which is September 4th at 5 p.m. E&L TV, your source for everything San Diego.